Hello students, today we will be learning about tenses. So what do we actually understand by the word tense? If I say tense means I am very tense, that is stretched. But when we talk about the verb, then the tense word is different. The tense of a verb is its form that indicates the time, continuance and the extent of completeness of its action. That means it tells us about the time when the action has taken place. It talks about the continuance of its action, means the action is still going on or it stopped. Completeness talks about that the action is completed. Let's take example of 3 sentences. The baby cries for milk. The baby cried for milk. And the baby will cry for milk. Now see the first sentence. The baby cries for milk. This sentence shows that the action of crying takes place in the current, that is the present time. Sentence 2, the baby cried for milk. It shows that the action of crying took place in the time gone by, that is past tense. The baby will cry for milk. It indicates that the action of crying will take place in the time to come, that is future time. So that means we found that there are 3 tenses. One is the present tense, second is the past tense and third is the future tense. So present tense talks about the current time. Past tense talks about the time that is gone, that is already finished. And the future tense talks about the time that hasn't yet come, that is yet to come. Now in this worksheet number 1, Snoopy has an adventure. You can see there are many verbs which are written in bold, like scolds, was dozing, was jumping, saw, did not stop, had gone, ran, looked, was trying. Now see all of these words which are given in bold or the phrases which are given in bold, these are different verbs and these different verbs are in different forms. Look at this chart carefully. This chart shows us that for the present tense and the past tense and the future tense, there are few more types. There are three more types. Actually, there are four types, but here we will be studying only the three types for each tense. For present tense, simple, continuous and perfect. Similarly for past also and future also, simple, continuous and perfect. Now with the help of this chart, we will try to understand that where we use simple present tense. So simple present tense actually is used to talk about habitual actions like universal truths, moral truths, geographical facts, mathematical facts, right? And scientific facts which never change. Like, my father always helps me. Milk is white. The moon reflects the light of the sun. The sun rises in the east. Clouds bring rain. So these are the facts or these are the actions which never change. For these we use simple present tense. In simple present tense, we use do or does to form questions and negative sentences, interrogative and negative sentences, like he does not, or she does not do this work. I do not. See here, one thing we need to keep in mind, that where to use this go, goes, right, or work or works. We know that the subjects are singular subjects as well as plural subjects. So when we have singular subjects, singular, like we have he, she, it, we use the verb which has es or the s, because this is the singular verb. And when we have the plural subject like we, you, they, then in that case we use the plural verb like go, do, or work without s or es. But I is always considered as plural. So with I, we always use the verb go or do or work, means the verb without s. Right? So this is simple present tense. Right? So when we have to form question, when we have to make any question in simple present tense, we will be using do or does. Do we will be using for plurals, and does we will be using for singular, third person. Right? So does Ravi or does she, do uncle and aunt, she does not for interrogatives, they do not, like this. Next, let us move to simple past tense. Now, if you just see here the verbs for simple past tense, went, did go, did not go, worked, the verbs are in the second form. Right? Simple past tense shows a gap between the past time referred to in the sentence and the present time. All the verbs will be used in the second form. Then let us move to the future. In simple past tense, when we want to make questions, interrogatives or negatives, we will be using did. I did not go, did you eat, like that. For simple future tense, it describes an event that is to take place after the moment of description. Now in simple future tense, you can see we have used will or shall, and then verb is used in the first form without s or es. So we will be using the verb like this with will or shall for all the persons. I shall eat, you shall eat, they shall eat, they will go, he will go, Ram will go, like that. So shall and will. Now see, distinction between shall and will is gradually disappearing. Now more common is will. Most of the time will is used only, and earlier it was that people were very particular about using shall, but now shall is very less used. Okay, so this is about the simple future tense. Let us talk about continuous tense. The continuous tense tells us about that the action is taking place. When we are talking about the time, the action is still going on. So here in all the three continuous forms, if you just see, one thing is very common, that with the verb like go or work, it is going and working, means verb is having ing. So whenever there is ing with the verb, that means the action is taking place, it is continuous tense. How to differentiate that it is present continuous, past continuous or future continuous? So for that, for future continuous, there will be use of will be or shall be. So shall be going, will be going is for future continuous tense. For past continuous tense, we will be using was and were. For singular, was is used. For plural, we use verb. He was going, they were going. For present tense, with I we use am, I am going. For plural, we use are, we are going, we are working. And for singular, we use is. He is going, she is going. Okay. So this talks about the action that is still taking place when we are talking about that in the present tense or in the past tense or in the future tense. Like, what are we doing right now? We are studying. This is present continuous tense. What we were doing at this time yesterday, that is past continuous tense. And what we will be doing tomorrow at this time only, that is future continuous tense. Now let us talk about the perfect tense. The perfect tense is used to describe the past action, the action that has completed, already completed. Here if you just see that the verb which is used, gone, worked, in all the three forms, the verb is in the third form. Right? So the verb is in the third form, and we have used in present tense has or have. Has for the singular subject, have for the plural subject. He has done his work, he has gone there. We have done our work, we have worked. Okay, I have gone there, like that. In the past perfect tense, we will be using had. Only had, with all the subjects, only had is used. So very easy to identify when had is used. Means the action is already completed in the past. When we are talking about the past day, for example, if I ask you a question, what were you doing yesterday at 4 p.m.? So yesterday at 4 p.m. I had completed my homework. Right? So the work is already completed for the time about which we are talking. Right? In present perfect tense, it's recently the work has completed. I have completed my work. Means now I have completed. For yesterday, I had completed my work. Now if we talk about future, for tomorrow, tomorrow at 4 o'clock, what you will be doing? I will have completed my homework. Right? So for the future time, when we are talking about the action has completed, so here we have used will have or shall have. So that is all about the three kinds of tenses, present, past and future. I hope you all have understood. Happy learning, all of you.